Okay, as we head south here on Southeastern Avenue, we will be veering off onto Anthem Parkway. And there's an amazing grand entrance to Anthem as we come around the curve here. Waterfalls on both sides. Up on the left, on top of the hill, you see the homes there. Through the trees, that is Coventry. This traffic light here is Reunion Drive, which we will turn right here. This is at the northernmost edge of Sun City Anthem. Little road construction up here. On the right side here, we are on the back side of the shopping center. Go around there and then back into the communities. And we have a Vaughn's CVS pharmacy here. You can see it's a pretty popular shopping center. This is a Friday morning, Friday before Easter. And there's a Chase Bank as well as a Bank of America and Wells Fargo in this shopping center. Wildfire is a bar and gaming establishment. They do serve food as well. It's actually part of Station Casinos, which is a large locals casino company here in Southern Nevada. If we were to continue straight, this would take us into Seven Hills, which is another master plan community just north of Anthem. And instead, we will turn left here onto Southeastern Avenue. Back when we were coming into the community, we're only about a quarter mile, maybe a third of a mile south of that turnoff. So on the right-hand side, we do have Seven Hills. On the left is the start of Sun City Anthem. Each area of Sun City Anthem has a village name. This is the Mountain View Village on the left. That was the original village, I believe, started in 1998. That's when the first homes were built. There are a total of about 7,000 homes in Sun City Anthem. Small office complex on the right side here. And this is Sun City Anthem Parkway, which basically makes a loop around all of Sun City Anthem. On the right, it is the southern edge of Seven Hills. On the left, we have the Highlands Village of Sun City Anthem. And as we come up over this hill here, some of my favorite views of the entire Las Vegas Valley can be seen from here. And I will say we have some amazing sunsets, and this is one of my favorite places to take them in. During the summer, you will see a few people just gathered on the sidewalk watching the sunset. This is also Sun City Anthem, and we will take a little tour through this neighborhood so you can see what the homes are like. This is the Westridge Village. With most 55 plus communities, and in particular this one, you do have a lot of yards that are not fenced. Backyards as well as front yards. Some backyards are fenced over the years if neighbors got together to do it. A lot of them are wrought iron fencing. A good portion of the homes here do have nice little front courtyards. This street is Sebrings Hills. Homes on the right have a great view of the city as well as Henderson Airport. There's a drainage area behind, so there's nothing built behind these homes on the right. We are approaching Volunteer Boulevard, which that will take us out to the St. Rose corridor. We We'll turn left here and go back to Sun City Anthem Boulevard. Okay, as we make our way back to Sun City Anthem Parkway, we will turn right and continue our loop around Sun City Anthem. Off on the left-hand side is our first view of the Revere Golf Course. As you can see, as we go up the hill here, the rolling hills provide great views for a lot of the homes. Over the hill here, the homes in the foreground are Sun City Anthem. The ones in the distance on the right are Inspirata, which that community is not age qualified, and there are about 13,000 homes in Inspirata total. Up on the right here is the second shopping center in the area, where there is an Albertsons grocery store as well as another CVS pharmacy, Starbucks, Wells Fargo. I believe there is a Chase Bank in there as well, as well as a couple bars and restaurants. If we were to turn right here on Bicentennial, that would take us into Inspirata as well as Anthem Highlands. On the right side here, that is Anthem Highlands, separate from Sun City Anthem, which does continue on our left. As we go up this hill here, those homes straight ahead, that is Solera, which is another Del Webb community with about 2,000 homes, but totally separate from Sun City Anthem. Sun City Anthem does have 3 community centers. There's the center, which is the main center, which we'll go over and show you the outside of that. Then there's the Independent Center, which actually sits in the same parking lot as the large Anthem Center. Vista Village on the left, Black Mountain Village is on the right here. That is the southernmost village, also closest to the mountains. Strip view, but we will turn on Atchley here and head up to one of these smaller community centers. On the left side here behind the block wall is the only gated neighborhood in Sun City Anthem. There are about 200 homes there. Sky Village on the left, Black Mountain Village still on the right as we go around the back side of it. Notice there are sidewalks typically on one side of the street that goes throughout, I would say, 95% of the community. Here we are at the Liberty Center, which is the smaller community center that is off the property of the main Anthem Center. In this area, there are tennis courts, pickleball courts, as well as a fitness center. Also bocce courts, I believe, for bocce ball. Down Shadow Canyon Drive here. This is the very easternmost section of Sun City Anthem. HOA fees here in Sun City Anthem currently run about $135 a month. They are paid quarterly. They do include access to all the community centers as well as most of the clubs. There are a few clubs that might have an additional fee. In southern Nevada, we do average about 300 days of sunshine every year. Get a little bit of all four seasons, and occasionally, particularly up in this area, once or twice a year you may get a few snowflakes. Last measurable snowfall was back in 2008, where there was actually close to a foot of snow. Had a couple good snowfalls since then, a couple inches, but it's gone within a few hours. Temperatures can climb up to about 115 here in the summer. A few degrees cooler than it is down in the rest of the valley. Let the emergency vehicle go here. Fire station is right there. So you have plenty of services in the area. There are also 2 other fire stations not far away, one down in Inspirata and one on the other side of Inspirata. This is Hampton Drive we're turning left onto. This basically dissects right through the center of Sun City Anthem. On the left there is a Walgreens and a Wells Fargo bank. And then on the right side here we have the Anthem Center, which is your main community center for Anthem. And then we're going to turn to our right here where you have the Independence Center, which is the smaller or the smallest community center in Anthem. It does house a theater where they do have live productions and bands on occasion, as well as some other entertainment and meeting halls. Straight ahead of us here is the gym, fitness center. This is one of 2 entrances. On the right here, these are additional bocce ball courts. Pretty big sport here in the community. And pickleball courts. And we will go to our right here, continue down Hampton Road as we dissects through Sun City Anthem. On the left here are the Terabella condominiums. These condos are not part of Sun City Anthem, even though they sit right in the middle of it. Residents there do not have access to the amenities that Sun City Anthem offers. On the right here is the Revere Golf Course, Golf Club. They do have a banquet facility as well as a restaurant called Buckman's Grill, very popular with the residents of Sun City Anthem. Also a pro shop in there to get whatever you need for golf. Coming out provides just spectacular views of the mountains, the golf course. Today is a pretty clear day. We got a little bit of wind. And as we come down the hill here, you can see there's spectacular views. Straight ahead, you see a black and silver building. That is the practice facility for the Las Vegas Raiders. Just down over on Raiders Way, just west of the Henderson Airport. And the tan building you see there is the South Point Casino. This will take us back down to Sun City Anthem Parkway. We'll turn right and we'll be going the opposite direction we were going previously. Intersection of Volunteer Boulevard again. A lot of the landscaping here was recently changed in the last couple of years. There was a lot of grass, and Clark County determined that any grass that was not actually being used and only for decorative purposes needed to be removed. So Sun City was one of the first communities to proactively remove the grass and replace it with a lot of desert landscaping, rock. In a few places they did use artificial turf. Back towards Eastern Avenue, we do have Seven Hills community on the left again. And that will wrap up this tour of the Sun City Anthem driving tour. If you have any questions about real estate here in Southern Nevada, I'd be glad to answer them for you. Reach out to me anytime.